Okay, so I bought a PS5, and the first game that I bought was Gotham Knights, and I was so ready for this game. I loved all of the trailers, I loved the graphics, I loved the cinematics, I loved the short amount of gameplay that I saw of this game, and I was hoping and praying to the gods above that this would be a return to form for the Arkham franchise, that this would be a step in the right direction. Because when I saw that 5 to 10 minute short gameplay commentary, I immediately, fell in love. It brought back the memories that I had as just a very young child playing through the Arkham franchise and beating the campaign to Arkham City 15 times, sometimes twice in a day. I would start the campaign at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I would finish it by 8, and then as soon as I got done the campaign, I would just be right in to the campaign again. I would play that up until 11, and I would, and I had so much fun, swinging around as Batman in Arkham City. It was the greatest experience for me as a kid, and I love Arkham Knight. Like, who doesn't love driving the Batmobile? And I loved the look and the feel of Arkham Origins. I loved the I loved how unique and different it was compared to the rest of the franchise. Arkham Asylum, I played the fucking 3D version of this game that came on Xbox 360. I love the gritty and almost horror feel that that game has, and I loved the Scarecrow nightmares. I loved how weird and bizarre the final boss in that game was. And can I just say, the Arkham franchise, hands down, out of all the video game franchises in the world, I would say, honestly, the Arkham franchise has some of the best boss fights and the best selection of villains in video game history. Just my opinion there, my own personal preference there. And so now that you know my love for the Arkham franchise, I had a lot of excitement for Gotham Knights because I'm going to bring in all these different villains, like Harley Quinn and Cobblepot and the Court of Owls and all of that. And there was, and I believe Mr. Freeze is in the game at a point from what I've heard, whether or not that's true. And to see this game, it had everything going for it. It had everything that I loved about Arkham City wrapped up in in the one game. And so, of course, this would be the first game that I bought and I would want to experience on the PS5. And as soon as I got home that day, I put in Gotham Knights and I just started playing. And keep in mind, this is not a review of the game. I am not finished the campaign to Gotham Knights yet. I'm about an hour into the story of this game. I just got done finishing the Blackgate mission where you first meet Harley Quinn for the first time. And yeah, there's only really so much I can say. And I'll be putting spoilers in the title because some people might consider what I just said a little spoilerish for the story of this game, since she is in none of the trailers. So yeah, I'll put a spoiler in the title. Yeah, so yeah, you're all warned. While yeah, there's not too much to really get into as far as story. There's some mysterious murders going down. The Gotham Knights are finishing off Batman's work, and we're trying to find out who the big bad villain of this game is, which all of us already know. If you've seen the trailers, I've seen the trailers. We know who the main villain of this game is. At least we know the main group. As far as who's behind the mask, that's a different question. Also, no spoilers in the comments. Some dickhead on YouTube has already spoiled certain aspects of this game. Not all the spoilers. I don't want, like a spoiler filled, conversation, you know, in the comment section down below. Keep spoilers the hell away from this video. So where do I start with this game? As far as my thoughts on this game, where do I start? This game is nowhere near as fun as Arkham City. And fuck, that hurts to say. Like, yeah, that hurts to say because, I had such high expectations for this game. I loved all of the marketing for this game. It had such a phenomenal, marketing campaign for this. And then to actually play it myself and, like, for the first 50 minutes of this game, I was not engaged. Like, the game was just boring as all hell. I don't know what it is about the game. I just, yeah, like, the game doesn't have the best combat system. It's a lot of button smashing, and that's really it. And there's a lot of shooting depending on the knight that you choose to play as. And for myself, I chose Red Hood. And just, yeah, like, there's no strategy to the combat in this game. It's just you are taking down baddies left and right, and it's just up. It's just a lot of clicking triangle, and occasionally you will dodge. That's it. That's literally the combat system in a nutshell in this game, and that really hurts to see a combat system that is this lazy, have that doesn't have a big selection of combos that you can choose from. Well, there are some cool finishing moves. Like, the first couple times, are fun, but then after that, the finishing moves are just it gets tiresome. Honestly, no, honestly, it's boring already. The finishing moves are very boring in this game, and they're the exact same every single takedown. It's fun to ride, the motorbike around Gotham City. Like, that's fun. Like that is fun. That's probably the most fun part of this game. But as far as the story, okay, I'm not going to get into specifics about how this game starts and what happens after that. But the way this game started, like, I was hooked. Like, I did not expect this game to start on the note that it did. I was like, oh shit. Like, I could not believe the opening cutscene of this game. If you played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I was shocked. I was like, oh, we're starting out with this. Okay, this is different. I'm loving it. Come on, bring on the rest of the game. And as soon as we cut to our four main characters, that's when the game slowed down to a halt for me. Is because there's not a lot of intrigue in the missions that you are doing, and the combat is, I'll go as far to say it is confusing. And the controls, like the controls in general in this game, are just really confusing. The game does not have a good tutorial on the on the controls at how to do everything. You have to kind of figure it out a lot by yourself. Some of the objectives are very unclear in the game, and you just find yourself, climbing around Gotham City. And yeah, like, I don't know. I guess, like, the story just doesn't have that gravitation for me. It doesn't have that driving. It doesn't have that driving narrative that I would like from an Arkham game. At least, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight, they started off amazing, and they only just built from there. Like the it started off strong, and then it just kept on getting stronger. This game starts off strong, and it goes downhill. And I think that's why did not like this game as much. But then saying that, the graphics in the game look amazing. Playing this on a PS5, playing this on a 4K television, it adds a lot to the experience. This is a great looking game. All of the cutscenes look spectacular. And now, to bring this all together here, the biggest problem I have with Gotham Knights is this is a messy and unfinished game. I am sorry, guys. I am so sorry to say that. I did not want to come on camera and say Gotham Knights is an unfinished game. In the first hour of the campaign, I've ran into multiple glitches. I've ran into multiple glitches where I would go up to villains on the street, and, I would literally go in front of them, so I'm within, eyes view of them, and they're within eyes view of me. And I look at them, dead straight in the eyes, and there is no, they just stand there. They just stand there. And then there's other parts of the game where I'm driving past someone and they're just glitching out in the corner of the screen. This shit is what I did not like about Cyberpunk 2077. It's an open world game that has so much going on, and it's such a big database, to create all of this. To create a game like this, it is not easy. I will fully admit that right now. It is not easy creating a game like this. So I understand that there will be glitches occasionally, but when there's glitches so often in your game, that's when it gets annoying. Like, one or two glitches I don't mind, but once we step into 3, 4, and 5 territory, that's when it crosses the board for me. And I'm scared now to play the remaining 11 hours, because I'm just going to be wondering, how many glitches am I going to run into? Fuck. This was game I was really looking forward to. And I'm honestly hoping the game gets better for me. I'm hoping that I'm hoping I enjoy where this game is going to go, because it is starting off very slow. It is dragging on. There's no really main narrative. I do like the mystery that is building within the game. I do like where that is going. But I think the story is very convoluted. I think there's a lot that there's a lot of, I guess, cream in the middle that that could be filled. Look at it like this. So yeah, you have ice cream, and ice cream tastes amazing just on its own, but it could taste better with like strawberry topping or chocolate fudge with sprinkles on it. That's what this game kind of feels like. It feels like the core game is the ice cream, and all of those problems on the side like that all exist within that. But all you have to do is just add a few more things to make it the perfect game, and kind of to fill that space and to satisfy your taste buds. That's kind of what this story feels like. It feels like it's losing that middle part, and it just yeah, fuck, I don't know. I honestly just don't know. This is a game that I'm going to continue playing. Like, the game is just starting to get interesting. The Blackout mission, is probably the funnest part of the game as of yet. And I'm hoping that, from here the game will just build. I'm hoping and praying to God. But as of my first reactions, that's how I feel about Gotham Knights. If you have played Gotham Knights, let me know down in the comments, what did you think of this game? Did you find the game boring? Did you encounter any glitches in the game? And also, before I end this video, fuck you to the person who spoiled Gotham Knights for me on YouTube. Really appreciate it. I love looking up youtube.com and just in your fucking recommendation it comes up as fucking Gotham Knight. This character dies and and he's resurrected. What the fuck? Fuck you, you asshole. Fuck you. I'm not saying that kindly. I hate people who spoil big games like this, and especially a game you're looking forward to, and it's right there, and you can't avoid it. Fuck me. Fuck. Anyways, yeah, they're my thoughts on Gotham Knights. Let me know down in the comment section down below. Really hope this game gets better for me. Anyways, talk to you later.